How now, brown cow? That's loud as a motherfucker, huh? What about now? Okay, so OBS kind of fucked up a little bit. I'm trying to reduce it so it doesn't redline on me. And I'm going to play some audio here. Let's see if this comes through. That sounds pretty... It seems like it's going through okay.
5 years ago, a man's fantasy became reality.
Yeah. Alright. I think it's just... Yeah, sorry about that sound shit. OBS deletes sources and shit, and I get, I was playing Pokemon Go instead of setting up, because I didn't really think I was going to stream tonight. Because I'm kind of lazy. I'm actually really lazy. So yeah, I had to set it up real quick. But, so, what the fuck was I going to say? Oh, it doesn't matter, but yeah, sorry about the sound thing, it's fucked up. So we're doing kind of boring ass fucking Iron Chef, OG Iron Chef, which is the Japanese one. It's dubbed, so you don't have to think about it. I don't know, Pre-Sonic, if you were serious or not about what is Iron Chef. I think you're trolling me, but if you're not, it's a cooking show from Japan, and they brought it to America at some point. So yeah, it's a fun show to watch because you learn a lot about different kinds of cuisine and different kinds of cooking. It's a show from the 90s from Japan, which is also awesome. And there's a drinking game that goes along with it, which is what I like to do. Because it's slightly entertaining and we can just chat together on this Friday night, since Load is on the other side of the ocean and it's at least 9 hours ahead there. Because it's 9 hours ahead from here to France. So, 4 a.m. or some shit there. Yeah, let me bring up the rules here. Okay, yeah. This is our co-host, Hannibal, the human coprolite. Yeah, he's our co-host. Sorry, once I get a couple of beers in me, and this goes real fast, then I'll get more animated and more approachable and likable. But I'm just tired, man. I just ain't sleeping right lately. So the rules are, Iron Chef. Things happen almost all the time in every episode. When I come across them, I will say drink. And that's how you know that one of these rules has been enacted. So we just start with the introduction. It's the standard fare. If Chairman Kaga says, if memory serves me right, no, it doesn't say if, it says when, because he always says that. So it's automatically one drink. Then it is about the challenger. If the challenger is essentially just not a Japanese dude, then there are various drinks to be had. If the challenger is a woman accompanied by their mentor, not Japanese, they got their own film crew, or if they've been on before, those things do happen. Now, with selecting the Iron Chef, there are 4 Iron Chefs. There's Iron Chef Japanese. This is season 2, so I think it's Morimoto, who you probably recognize just because he's a famous-ass chef. Iron Chef French, which is Sakai. He's probably the best Iron Chef, just consistently, like, winning-wise, just because he's the best chef, I think, but he does French cuisine. Iron Chef Chinese, Chen Kenichi, he's my favorite because he's super cool. Funny guy, pretty humble. Iron Chef Italian, which they don't always bring on, but that's Kobe. And sometimes they do, though, bring on Kobe for selections and challenges, but he's not always on. When the ingredient is announced, that's a drink. And if the ingredient is seafood. Now, I already know what this is. This is Battle Duck, so we ain't got to worry about that. And then we'll go over the other rules, because I don't want to bore you all with this while we doing this shit. And I don't even know if literally anybody is watching, but I'll leave the co-host up there and we'll play some of this.
In a form never seen before.
And you can drink with me, but whatever you do, don't drink shots.
The motivation for spending his fortune to create Kitchen Stadium was to encounter new original cuisines, which could be called true artistic creations. To realize his dream, he first secretly started selecting the top chefs of various styles of cooking. and he named his men the Iron Chefs, the invincible men of culinary skills. Iron Chef Japanese is Masaharu Morimoto.
Morimoto.
Iron Chef French
Did I
is
say Machiba?
Hiroyuki Sakai. Iron Chef Chinese is Chen Kenichi.
Yeah, bro, you just gotta
And Masahiko Kobe
sip
is
on your...
Iron Chef
I am not
Italian.
responsible for anybody that takes shots doing this game.
The Kitchen Stadium is the arena where Iron Chefs await the challenges of master chefs from around the world. Both the Iron Chef and Challenger have 1 hour to tackle the theme ingredient of the day, using all their senses,
Eminem's
skills,
pretty funny, though.
creativity. They're to prepare artistic dishes never tasted before. And if ever a challenger wins over the Iron Chef, he or she will gain the people's ovation and fame forever. Kitchen Stadium is the arena where you will meet the master chefs from around the world and their artistic creations. What inspiration will today's challenger bring? And how will the Iron Chef fight back? The heat will be on!
If memory
If memory serves me right,
Drink.
50 years ago, there lived a gourmet as accomplished as I. His name was Saichi Hazama. In 1929, he went to Europe as a painter, but he didn't do much painting. He spent more
The silver
time
one.
visiting top restaurants with a Michelin guidebook in hand. After returning to Japan, he built a large Western-style building near Tokyo. There he served his own food to his guests and held tea parties in the garden while enjoying hunting in the fields. And on his vast property, he built a Japanese garden.
I think
with
I
tea
remember this
houses and
episode.
small temples.
I've seen them all, but it's been a while.
He was playing the ultimate prodigal. It doesn't end here. His son Takeo took a whole year to travel around 16 countries in Europe. He wrote a book about this and did nothing but cook, trying to combine cuisines from around the world. And the third generation has not failed to make its contribution to gourmet food. 10 years ago, he began collecting famous wines from abroad, and his giant cellar was filled in no time. It's in the DNA of this family, their attraction to gourmet cuisine. We must check them out. Today's challenger, the third generation of the famous gourmet Hazama family. Owner and chef
Well, then he might be
Takoya
walking
in
out
Musashi Kogane,
with an
Mitsuo
entourage.
Hazama. With the ultimate gourmet as his grandfather, his upbringing itself was an intense training as chef-to-be. Now he follows in the footsteps of his grandfather, serving nothing but homemade dishes.
And I
And
believe
at age
that's
25,
just one
he was
drink.
deemed eligible to succeed his father. He has invented new menus at this mansion of gourmets.
When you want items in season, the very best items, orders mean nothing. I now see myself using ingredients from Japan, from Europe, or from China in my dishes.
His family's blood never fails to urge him to look for the very best ingredients. Hazama's works are a harmony of the very best recipes from around the world, made possible by his inherited taste buds, inventing 1,500 original dishes.
1,500.
This will be a battle between a hardcore gourmet family and the
I
Kitchen
don't believe that.
Stadium. So now, Hazama, you have the opportunity to engrave yet another mark on your family's 50-year-old monument.
I'll be using all of what I have to win.
Let's get it started. formalities, yada yada.
50年前すでにキャビアを使った料理を探求していた狭間佐一その美食の名家の3代目がやってまいりましたついに実現した狭間家とキッチンスタジアムの共演
That is a human coprolite from a Viking that is 8 inches long and 2 inches wide. And it's also, I count that as him entering with his mentor, even though it's just a picture. That's a drink. But the turd is our co-host. His name is Hannibal.
Very nice to meet you.
こちらが初代の写真です。Yes. 50年前に所在が志した料理の世界。今日はどうぞ披露してください。
I'll do my best.
はい。それでは狭間家と戦うにふさわしいうちの鉄人たちを。
I don't know which one they're gonna pick though. If it's duck, he might pick Chinese, but he might pick French because Sakai is pretty fucking good.
The three Iron Chefs, the men who dominate the culinary scene in Japan. Iron Chef Chinese, Chen Kenichi. Iron Chef French, Hiroyuki Sakai. And Iron Chef Japanese, Masahara Morimoto. Week in, week out, the dishes they create here break new ground.
さあ、伺いましょう。誰と戦いますか
Sakai-san, please.
Yeah.
All right, it's Sakai, a French battle. Iron Chef
French battle.
Hiroyuki Sakai.
And yeah, I was gonna do a lot of shit this week, but
and his artistic use of color. He
I just
was one
couldn't
of the first
sleep.
to incorporate Japanese techniques
Too
with
much
French
work
cooking.
shit and
But today, a challenger with 3 generations worth of
couldn't-
knowledge of gourmet cooking and
just
French
couldn't fucking
cuisine.
sleep, couldn't pull
well,
it
that
together.
proved to be too much for even Sakai to handle.
今から50年前の武蔵野といえばハンティングのメッカだった。そこで今日は
You know, to be fair, Jira, like, I have shit monster turds and, like, left it in the turlet and gone to another stall to wipe just so that there would be this pristine, massive turdzilla that I could show, you know, the other guys in my platoon. One time at North Fort Hood, I just left it there. And then my old... Okay, unveiling the ingredient, that's a drink. My old roommate... Very good friend of mine, my old sniper. He walked in right after, and he has this funny laugh that sounds just like Beavis, and he just couldn't stop laughing for like an hour about this giant fucking turd.
Different cuisines inside out. What bang-up dishes will he create today? All right, opening gong, a French versus French cuisine battle. Duck is the theme, and Sakai battling Hazama.
So just to be sure, we have to look at the rules here again, because that's the introduction. Now the battle. There's some important shit here. In Presonic, this is one of the reasons you cannot do shots, because there's this one rule right here that happens like every 15 seconds. Anyways, but, so, he did not say bang the gong, we are on. If flames come out of whatever's on the stove, that might happen. This is the one that gets everybody. Anytime Ota, who's like the helper announcer guy, anytime he says Fukui-san, it happens every 15 seconds, because his job is to be down, Ota is supposed to be down on the kitchen floor, like, asking the chefs what they're doing, taking note of, like, what kind of shit's going into the frying pan or whatever, and then report back to Fukui, who's the main commentator guy. So he's always trying to get his attention, and that's how he does it. He says Fukui-san, and it happens every 15 to 30 seconds. I don't take a drink every time I hear it. I just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I do a big chug. If you do shots with that, you will die. If Ota corrects Fukui-san, that sometimes does happen. Anytime a replay is shown, that does happen. Anytime the time is shown or mentioned, that's going to happen, I think, like at the half-hour mark. Yeah, the half-hour mark, the 15-minute mark, and the 10-minute. Sometimes they do 45 minutes, but I don't count the 10-second countdown or whatever, you know, because that's just ridiculous. I just count it when they count the time or whatever, or they show the time. Anytime so there's this dude named Doc Hattori, and he's kind of like the Japanese food expert that's also on the panel, and he gives like encyclopedic sort of information about different dishes and cuisine and shit. So yeah, anytime he recognizes some random style of cooking, which does happen, seems baffled by what the chef is doing, that does happen. That's 2 drinks. If someone says something like rather unusual, Doc Hattori is usually the one that says that when it does get sad. That's 2 drinks. Now, ice cream machine or deep fryer is shown. That might happen. That's 2 drinks. If either chef uses okay, alright, or my best during the post-battle interview, that almost always happens, especially with like actual Japanese chefs. Sometimes they have like white dudes on there or something, and they don't really say that shit. And then we'll get to the judgment rules when we get to judgment. But that Fukui-san rule, that's the one that'll get you.
The man born into a family of gourmet chefs, not under a bad sign. Both men at the ingredient stand. And Doc?
Yeah.
The heads are still on these things.
Right, and you can see the feathers are a blue-green color. These are all male. We call these blue heads here in Japan. And in France, they say male tastes better during this season.
Well, it depends on who's doing the tasting, I guess.
Fukui-san?
Yes, go ahead.
There's one.
I quickly asked the Iron Chef what he had in mind for today's ingredient, and he said, I'll have a roast duck for sure. I don't think I'll be able to use the feet, but I do wish to use the innards if possible.
I'm sure he'll find a way. And these are wild ducks. Well, not so wild now. To be precise, though, they are mallards from France. Now the challengers.
Mallards from France.
Yeah, hazelnut soil. What is that?
It's a menu.
Does it say grilled?
Stewed.
Stewed. Okay, I see.
All right, now let's introduce our guests for today's battle. First, always the dapper one. I'm going to start calling you Dapperoo, actor Masumi Okada.
Hello there. I'm so excited today. I can't tell you how excited I am.
Duck, always big in French cuisine.
Yes, that's right.
And I understand your wife just gave birth to a beautiful baby.
Yes.
Congratulations.
From this corner, too, and thanks for coming.
Thank you.
And actress Keiko Saito.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Last time's Konyaku Sardine.
Yeah.
A little low on the theme ladder.
But today's a luxurious ingredient.
You like duck?
Yeah, I had it yesterday.
How about that?
Yeah, duck and wine.
Sounds good, and good to have you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
And, of course, Dr. Yukio Hattori, our commentator. Doc?
Always a pleasure. Thank you.
Okay, now, what's this?
Laying cards? No.
Challenger side, Hazama. Better get with the cooking.
He's taking his time.
Yeah, for sure.
You can't eat
This
that.
dude's spending a hell of time on the
They
menu.
look like stamps, don't they?
What's it for?
Is it okay for him to kill time this way?
Well, his grandfather was a painter.
Right, but the clock's ticking.
Okay, well, this is a canvas for oil painting.
He's given away a few precious minutes to making a nice-looking menu. Artistic talent also passed down in the Hazama family.
I can sense
Exactly. The
Fukui-san
family's
coming.
history is very decorated. Of the 47 warriors that are featured in the non-fiction drama Chushingura, they are Hazamas, 3 of them. And they're all related to this family. And that took place on the 14th of December, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
but
so
he's got
maybe
his own battle right now.
Maybe his ancestors are behind him today.
That could very well be, yeah.
Fukui-san?
Yes.
The challenger tells me
That's
his
2,
strategy is to
Fukui-san.
follow in the footsteps of his grandfather, creating cuisine from around the world portrayed by those stamps on the menu.
Okay, so he's not going to stay within the confines of French cuisine today for this battle on Iron Chef, and nodding his head there, hearing that.
And Fukui-san?
Take it.
I
That's
asked
3.
Iron Chef Sakai whether he knew of the Terakoya restaurant, and he said, yes, of course, they are well known historically for their unique dishes. I've always wanted to go there, so he's the grandson, huh?
Iron Chef Sakai, in tone and words, showing his respect for the challenger's family and the legacy of Saichi Hazama, the grandfather of our challenger today, Mitsuo Hazama, challenging Iron Chef French Hiroyuki Sakai.
Fukui-san,
Go ahead.
4.
a quick update here on the challenger side, where he has a pot containing
Hey-san.
what I believe is hazelnut oil.
Okay, well, stewing it like this is very delicate. Like, for example, if going over 100 degrees Celsius, the taste would change dramatically. So it's perfect when doing it around 50 degrees Celsius.
Got to be
Fukui-san.
careful. Yes.
That's
Doc
5.
said he is trying to get it up to 50 degrees.
See what I mean? That
Doc,
Fukui-san get your ass,
That's
bruh.
a general rule of thumb. Over that, the protein starts to coagulate in the tissues.
Make it tough and chewy then.
Fukui-san,
Exactly.
go. The challenger reminiscing
That's another
about
one.
preparing duck in general says, my father and grandfather loved to go out hunting together. They used to come back with wild boar, duck, etc. Grandpa loved duck, and I remember that he built a hut specifically for cooking game birds.
Wow.
I'm telling you,
great.
Priest-san,
Sounds
you
like
better
a
watch it.
wonderful memory for any young man to have.
And Fukui-san,
Take it.
getting
That's
back
2.
to the reason why he wants to get the temperature to precisely 50 degrees, Chef Hazama says, my education has been in science. I don't believe in winging it, no pun intended. I
Yeah, it
believe
seems like
conclusively,
it.
based on my experiments, that 50 degrees is best for duck. 50
Well, it's
degrees
duck,
at
but
20 minutes.
just the meat.
All right. 50 50 degrees Celsius, 20 minutes the cooking time.
This is a science.
Well, what he's saying is actually making a lot of sense.
Now, here, foie gras?
Yeah, foie gras.
All right.
And he's got the hazelnut oil again.
Squeeze
Okay. Yes, Hota.
The pot
Two.
with the foie gras, which the challenger sprinkled with salt first, contains not oil but port wine. And the temperature, once again, is 50 degrees Celsius. He's cooking it for 15 to 20 minutes, he says.
All right, Ota, you said port wine?
Yes, port wine for the foie gras and hazelnut oil for the duck meat.
All right, interesting.
Okay, now he's cooking it just before it starts to kind of melt.
Squeeze on.
Okay,
That's
take
When I
three.
mentioned to Iron Chef Sakai that the challenger is using thermometers, he sarcastically replied, "Thermometers? He's still using thermometers? Boy, has he got a long way to go."
All right.
Well, the challenger has brought out another device here.
No, what's this?
This is called a Doug press.
Oh, right. I've seen it for crushing bones.
Right, yeah, it's for squeezing out the blood and marrow.
Simply
So
a
making a
press.
sauce.
Yeah, it's just for squeezing bones.
Hey, here the fluid's coming out.
Okay, now I believe he'll use this for a sauce.
It'll be a thick sauce, I guess.
Well, this duck, when killed, it was choked without removing the blood. They do that for restaurants that want to use the blood, so this will make a very nice sauce.
All right, the thick sauce coming
Squeeze
out
on.
the Doug press. Go ahead, Ota.
4.
When asked how he feels about going against the challenger's worldwide cuisine, the Iron Chef said, "Hey, don't forget, I fought over 70 challengers with different cuisines. I've been to China with Iron Chef Chen.
Right.
I'm one of the rare French cuisine chefs in that sense, and I'm not worried."
All right, yeah, he's faced every kind.
Over 70?
This is his 71st.
Wow.
Impressive.
Hey, I'll tell you what's impressive. 57 wins in those 70 matches, just 12 losses and a tie. Numbers that jump off the page when you look at them.
Check out the challenger here. He's
Well-
doing something interesting. You see, he's using dried scallops here.
Oh, okay.
And some big scallions.
Scallions?
Yeah, these are called leeks.
Oh, okay. Anyway, a classic combo,
Squeeze on.
duck and leeks.
Go.
4.
These are not leeks, they're actually Japanese scallions, to which he has also added
Scallions.
herbs.
He
water,
is
Chihuahua
absolutely.
ham, dried
I think,
scallops,
like, as much as I
fermented
love
Chinese
Chen Kenichi and as
soy
much as I
beans,
learned from that guy, watching him cook,
Chinese
like,
beans,
Sakai
the
is,
in that. That's
I think,
Chinese
just
natto, basically.
the best
Okay,
chef.
now back here, the Iron Chef.
Ooh, it smells good.
Looks like he's using.
I mean, they're
gold
all.
film
I mean, they're
here.
fucking Iron Chefs. They're all
Yeah,
good,
look at the
but
challenger. This is gold film.
A
He's
lot of this
yeah.
sleeve today.
I'm not wrong, am I?
No.
And 15
okay, that's
minutes
the
all
clock.
gone
So that's
now.
5.
Yeah, see, there it is.
What's
The
it
gold
for?
film.
Now over here, back with the Iron Chef.
And what's he doing now?
He's roasted this and.
And
what
underneath?
else is he doing?
Looks so good. Imagine giant yakitori, if you will.
You can tell if Fukui-san's filling. There it is.
Let me quickly
That's
fill
one.
you in on what the Iron Chef is up to. You see the stew pot here. In it, he has butter, Chinese cabbage, and truffles. He will also add the duck meat, which has been braised in rapeseed oil to add color.
Okay.
Chinese cabbage?
Yeah, hakusai. So he's not using scallions after all.
It's unusual.
But he has braised it in oil. The color looks quite okay there.
Yeah.
Looks really good.
Squeeze on.
We'll go with that. Yes, Hota.
As you saw a
2.
moment ago, the challenger has a dish that actually has flecks of gold film in it, as well as water, glutinous rice powder.
Co-host
and
is right there, Sachwell.
Glutinous rice powder.
So this must mean a dessert then, huh?
Oh, boy.
So this is Japanese taste then. Really Japanese.
Golden food is super gay.
As you
Okay,
saw
that's
a moment ago,
3.
the challenger has a dish with actual flecks of gold film in it, as well as water, glutinous rice powder, and wasambon sugar.
Glutinous rice powder.
Well, this must mean a dessert then, huh?
Oh, boy.
So this is really Japanese taste.
Yeah, but also, this show was filmed in the 90s.
Take it.
That's
Also,
4.
the pressure cooker, which
It was filmed in the 90s, so this is like fine dining shit from the early 90s. You gotta keep that in mind. Like, right now, it's like baby carrots. It's super outdated
Make a
and,
great broth.
you know,
Fukuzan.
Yes.
that's
I told
5.
Iron Chef
Fuck,
Sakai
dude.
that the challenger was using the webbed feet of the duck, and he said, "What? Those are edible? I didn't know that. Hey, go over there and tell him to save a serving for me."
Nothing bothers him.
So you can make a soup from the webbing of the feet.
Right, exactly.
Iron Chef now enclosing this one, a lid on it with the dough crust overhanging that. I guess then he'll put it into the oven.
Right, yeah, and this ought to taste really good.
Yeah, for sure.
Now over on the other side,
Ooh, lots of herbs.
Challenger Hazama,
These are linden leaves.
You know,
used often in French cooking.
Yeah.
I actually looked up, I tried to source some of these when I lived in Hawaii, because I figured if we were closer to Asia and Japan, it'd be easier to source Asian fucking ingredients, especially when half the population is half Japanese. But it turns out that actually these linden leaves, they're like any other herb. Like, you really want to get like fresh ass leaves and shit, and those are impossible to source basically outside of East Asia and, you know, China and Japan basically. I tried to
Yes,
look
they're
for
very
him, though.
popular.
And going to grill with this, or?
I believe so. That would be for the aroma of the leaves.
Now, I think we missed what he put underneath the leaves there.
I saw him brushing something on the duck.
Kuzan,
Take it.
under
one.
those linden leaves, he has sautéed white meat, the duck breast, which he brushed and glazed with honey.
Sauteed white duck meat and honey applied to it. Hattori, is that a popular technique?
Right. Sweet seasoning matches very well with duck.
Yeah, many recipes use fruit and...
Okay, right, like orange sauce or glaze.
Right,
Oh,
exactly.
now what's this?
Grinding duck meat here.
Looks like burger.
Burgers.
Ground duck, not chuck.
Somehow duck burgers don't really count.
Kuzan?
What?
Yes, he
two.
tells me this is from the neck of the duck.
Bones too?
Oh, the neck. Okay.
Yeah, he said he
Neck
made
meat
sausage.
is my favorite
sausages.
meat of all time,
You're right.
besides
Is there anything
hearts
significant about the
and
neck?
No,
cock
a lot of
meat.
bones, though.
That's
Go
3.
ahead.
I asked the Iron Chef his secret to cooking the innards of this bird, and he said to just lightly marinate and braise them. That's the best of enjoying the unique flavor of the heart, liver, and gizzards.
Good method for the innards of almost all birds. And a pretty straightforward approach by Sakai on that.
Hey, check this out.
Oh, this is the Japanese dish from before.
Rice dumplings here?
Mochi.
Yeah, it's a dessert.
Oh.
A sweet.
And it's got the gold film there. And
mochi.
now
Carrots.
a big carrot chunk in each one.
So he'll continue cooking it, I guess.
Could be. I don't know for sure, though.
I think you'll flip it over and take off the container. It'll be a nice, pretty shape.
That's what it'll do. And get a translucent look.
Right, exactly. Like a dome.
Now, are these the innards?
Right here with the Challenger
These are the
Hazama.
Yeah.
gizzards right here we're looking at.
Okay,
Oh, I like
gizzards
gizzards
there.
too.
I've had chicken gizzards, but not duck.
Hewed on
I
a
got-
skewer, sure. But
I thawed out
slice
some
them up
gizzards
the way
there in
he's
the
doing
fridge. I gotta
now?
cook 'em
No,
up
not like this.
tonight or
And Hazama
tomorrow.
making use of all of the bird bones, marrow, neck, feet, gizzards.
Yeah, he's running the
He's
gamut
really,
with it.
bringing the whole game now with the
Kuzan?
Iron Chef. Yes.
Back on the Iron Chef
That's
side,
3.
we have an update on what he's frying
I
in
think
this
that's
pan.
3.
Butter, shallots, duck bones, seasoning spices, and also orange flower buds.
Oh, those were orange flower buds.
And
Okay.
up close they were, an orange blossom special flavor for the sauce.
Yeah, that has to be for the sauce.
Okay. Meantime, we'll go back to Challenger Hazama, and now what's he got in the
Okay,
pan
what is
flopping
it?
around there?
He's adding, maybe this is something for the dessert as well? I don't know.
What was that item that he was pouring in there a minute ago? It looked like brandy. Anybody notice that?
Okay, we haven't got that yet, but now over on the other
That's
side. Go ahead.
4.
Yes, he has added amaretto, and
Oh,
this
yeah,
frying pan
okay.
also contains white meat, granulated sugar, and salt as well, all sautéed together.
Okay.
So this is definitely for the dessert then.
Yeah, or maybe a garnish for the rice dumpling.
Okay, dessert or a garnish it could be.
Sweet bean paste?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yes, this is definitely a
Okay,
dessert.
Hazama brings a lot to the kitchen here.
Kuzan.
I love
That's
amaretto.
5.
Yes, the
Fuck,
Challenger
dude.
has added strange sweet bean paste to this dish.
Yep, okay, we got that. And now 30 minutes left. The great gourmet chef,
Pardon me.
Saichi Hazama's grandson, here in Kitchen Stadium, more than holding his own against Iron Chef French Sakai.
Notice the Challenger working on his sausages
Ooh,
here.
definitely.
3 generations of cooking know-how at his disposal for duck sausage. Meanwhile, the Iron Chef, a bowl full of sautéed pear sections there as we zoom in. And is that vanilla in that?
Cinnamon, I believe.
Yeah,
cinnamon.
He
sweet.
also poured a kind of thick fluid over that, I saw.
Okay.
Well, it depends.
Honey?
Yeah, honey.
Okay. It sounds sweet, but I guess it'll go together.
Yeah, so this would be a garnish for...
The breast meat.
Okay, and now Sakai with the wine.
there you go. Okay, here we
Red
go.
wine stew?
My, yes.
Just
'Cause
like
there's,
Kuzan
like,
said, it's a sauce.
Different kinds of beans, and there's sweet
Yeah, it's
bean
definitely
paste,
red
which
wine.
is
And up in the
normal.
royal box,
And there's
next to the
spicy
portrait
bean
of
paste.
Saichi
There's
Hazama, the
fermented
challenger's wife,
black bean.
Atsuko, hoping for him to pull this one out.
Whole
Now,
and
getting
paste,
the meat
the
out after
whole
20
thing.
minutes, I believe, in the 50-degree oil.
Out of the hazelnut
And
oil.
there's
For him, the
Korean
duration and
do
temperature,
bound
time-tested
jong,
method. Go
whatever.
ahead.
That's 1.
The Challenger has another pot boiling. Let's see if we can get a shot of it here. This is granulated sugar and red wine, a cote roti.
Okay, cote roti.
That means like burned hill?
You know a lot about
Very
wine.
good.
I love wine, yeah.
Everyone seems to be into wine
True.
these days.
I noticed that this wine is a 1985, and a guy like him is very selective about his wine. And you remember Chernobyl, the accident there?
Numbers,
The
you
area
should
that
go
produces this wine is in the
get some
Alps,
opiates from the
and
dock.
this area was actually heavily contaminated from the fallout, and this was produced before that accident.
You want to
That's
make sure
good.
you get pre-Chernobyl wine.
Yeah, that would fly. Totally fly back. That would
Is exactly right
100%.
about that. He's very picky about the wine, and he says he'll always pick vintages before 1985 for this particular brand because, of course, in 1986 they had the Chernobyl nuclear disaster.
All right.
And he says, unfortunately, the wine coming from areas where the wind blew from Chernobyl does not taste good.
Interesting.
Well, actually, I saw the close-up. That's 1983.
Okay,
Yeah.
83, but I'll stick to California nevertheless. Now, sauteed white meat in this one.
Like spring rolls, it looks
Yes, though more of a fold than a roll.
Fukusan?
Yes.
The Challenger has
That's
created
two.
a filling which is now being wrapped. This filling is a combination of the heart of the duck, almagnac, fond de veau, and butter. It also contains blood.
Wow, with the heart.
So it's a French version of a spring roll. So
Yeah,
out of the other,
Spam
it'll be
is
like
like-
a very thin pie crust.
They have-
Sounds good. And now,
Like in Hawaii, they have like that Spam. You get Spam and eggs on the menu at McDonald's. You get like Spam and egg fucking McMuffins at McDonald's. They have a whole ass Spam store because, like I said, there's a shitload of Japs in Hawaii, and so the Japanese tourists, they come over to Hawaii because they hear that that people in Hawaii love Spam as much as the Koreans or the Japanese do. And so they come over and it's true. They find out it's true, and then they find out that it's pretty quaint that down in Waikiki they have a giant store that's just a Spam store. And I'm telling you, like, yeah, you can look it up on the internet. Like, the 150,000 or whatever different varieties of Spam and flavors and all kinds of shit, and they sell it out at that store. And it's like, Spam is pretty expensive on the mainland for some reason, but it's cheaper than, it's not cheaper than fuck, but it's cheap in Hawaii, which I think is one of the reasons that it was such a big deal. But yeah, you like Spam musubi, which musubi is just like sushi rice with like something on top. It's like essentially sushi, but it's like a hand roll. That's like a thing. Anytime I go to 7-Eleven in Hawaii, every fucking time I get pork hash, manapuas, and Spam musubi. And Spam musubi, it's just like it's like a snack about yay big or whatever. It's just rice wrapped in and with Spam on top, wrapped in seaweed. They also have a food truck that wanders around Sacramento that does Hawaiian food, and they have Spam musubis as well. So do the Filipino trucks as well. Anyways, yeah, Spam is a big deal in
where are we
Hawaii.
going to go to?
Big
Okay,
deal.
we're back with the Challenger and unidentified
I got like 3 cans in my-
non-flying here.
Now, how are these carrots going to be used?
The one with the carrots, he's removing it, looks like. Yes, the carrot is
he's
coming out.
taking them
So
out.
this would be for stuffing something else in, then.
So he just put the carrots in to make it hollow. To
Where
put
did they
something else
teach
in.
that?
Oh.
I thought the carrots were snacking on. I didn't know.
I can
Maybe
totally
he's gonna put
agree
the
with
sweet
that,
beans in
Rorette.
There you go. Yes.
Like, just my guess, I
Has
don't
the
know.
sweet bean paste there.
How's the duck going to be combined with that, though?
Well, he had the duck meat together with
Sure.
the paste. Yeah?
Okay, hey, you nailed it, yes.
All right.
Ah, good
There you go.
You, Saito-san.
Okay, so he's working in a direction of...
Gotta be a dessert.
A Japanese dessert?
Take it.
That's
The Iron Chef has the
4?
heart, liver, and gizzards of the duck, which he is sauteing separately. Why separately, I wondered? And he said the cooking times are different for each. I have to do them separately.
All right, thanks, big fella. Iron Chef taking care about the cooking time for the different parts of the innards, showing sensitivity in handling the ingredients in his bowl dishes.
Okay, now is this the duck that was in the hazelnut oil?
I think so.
Okay, and the formula was 50 degrees, 20 minutes, right?
Yes, perfectly cooked.
Okay, and what's he got down there with that, Doc?
Combined foie gras and the oil stewed duck meat, I believe.
All right.
Yeah, that's exactly
A
what it
nice
is.
little set onto the plate.
Yeah.
I'd fucking,
Take it.
that's
Hattori
4.
San is
I would
right
crush
again. The
that
Challenger has
shit.
combined breast meat and foie gras marinated in port wine with a dip made of soy sauce, salt, and wasabi.
All those
Okay,
guts and
wasabi as
things.
well in the sauce for what is turning out to be a gorgeous looking dish here.
Okay, I see. Now I'm starting to understand.
Quite creative, I have to say.
Fukusan.
Yes.
That's 5.
This soup base the Challenger is using contains consomme, quinoa pork, dried scallops, Chinese fermented beans, star anise, red chili, and stir-fried scallions. All this has been strained to make this soup.
Okay, and the feet are being added right now.
Yes, the duck feet what I have been
Oh,
added.
Duck foot soup, duck feet soup.
I don't know.
And Fukusan,
Yes.
yeah, when I
That's
asked
1.
the Challenger Hazama about his use of duck feet, he said there are other recipes which use poultry feet, so I thought I would try this duck. I think it'll taste fine. I'll stick my family's name on it.
Laying down some action there. But he guarantees the flavor.
I think we got a
How do you
head cold
eat it?
or
That's the
something
question.
this,
Okay,
earlier
look at the
this
leaves
week.
here. Look at this.
The leaves used for the aroma.
Right, they had a subtle sweet aroma, actually.
And what about the roasting time?
I'd actually prefer this one a little rare with a bit of blood dripping.
All right, Count Hattori, what you need is coming right there. Looks juicy.
It's like the third time we've been sick this winter.
And the
It's
leaves
stupid.
used for the aroma.
Right. They add a subtle sweet aroma, actually.
Okay, and what about the roasting time?
You know, I prefer this one rare with a bit of blood dripping.
And the shitty part is, like, we're not even drinking that much. So
You
it's
get what you need. Looks really juicy.
easy
right
to
there.
blame it on booze,
Squeeze
but
on,
we ain't
yes.
boozing.
The challenger
That's
was
two.
sauteing a part of the duck near the hip bone, and when I asked why he used that part, he explained in French cooking people say only the ignorant throw away that portion. It is an important part of game bird meat.
Okay.
So that's the part right next to the hip bone. So 2 from one bird then.
I'm actually checking out the area around my own hip bone.
Yeah, me too.
That
Okay.
area? Yeah, that area right there, and that's the meat from that portion that they're talking about.
Now, is there something special about the meat there?
Well, it comes off easily from the rest.
This is the part
three.
that we're talking about here.
Okay.
I think.
Okay, so this is the precious part.
Sink your teeth into that.
Squeeze on.
Take
That's
note,
When I
four.
told the Iron Chef that the challenger is
Man,
using
this
the meat
dude
around the
needs to
hip bone, he
stop.
said, yeah, that portion tastes great. He knows what he's talking about. I'm impressed. I'll take back what I said. He's a tough challenger, but I'm not using that part.
Oh,
Tastes great, but he's not going to use it.
Okay, he wants to be labeled
We need to
ignorant,
get
I
some
guess.
hobbies, Sharp.
Well, he knew what was coming in this one, that he'd be facing a challenge.
Like, springtime is coming, like, you can get on a garden.
This one containing the heart,
There's the clock,
I
so that's
believe, right?
5.
And duck hearts gently sautéed, then wrapped and grilled lightly, and I assume he'll be adding some kind of sauce to this one as they are getting out of the pan right now.
Well, you
taking
know-
them out on his side.
That's a tough question to answer. It could be just eaten as they
I
are.
think so, just as they are.
Well, I'm not sure yet. We'll have to wait and see.
Okay.
well, he started to put them on the plates.
Yep,
so-
and add it to this one.
Okay, I see what's going on.
Wow, the Iron Chef's dishes look really good.
Back with Sakai working on here.
That's the ground duck meat.
Okay, could go as a salad.
Yes, I think
And
so.
he added beans and some other things.
Okay, actually, it could also go as an appetizer.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it looks like an hors d'oeuvre to me.
Looks like it's all ready to go there. Iron Chef Sakai, one of his dishes.
Yeah.
And now let's swing on back to Challenger Hazama.
Okay, he's pulled out the palette here.
He's painting.
He's painting a bird, a duck,
What's he
maybe.
using?
Squeeze on. This is Coco.
That's 1.
Coco, okay, artistic presentation with authority and flavor. His grandfather's artistic talent definitely passed on to him.
He must be serving dessert like this at his restaurant.
Yeah.
All right, 3 minutes left now.
Squeeze on.
Yes.
I asked the
That's
challenger
2.
why he chose this
And that's the
palette
clock,
style plate,
so
and he
that's
told me
3.
I wanted to show respect to my grandfather, who was a painter and who, as you know, had a great influence while I was growing up.
Well,
Foie
Grant
gras.
sure did.
They're using that in.
What is the Iron
in
Chef's main dish?
Maybe that's going to be the one that had the dough on it.
the Challenger's using it.
Okay, yeah.
Oh boy, you guys don't need me after that.
Well,
Yeah, I'm really impressed with your memory side of
yeah, I
that.
remember everything.
I think I'm going to be out of a job here soon.
Oh, no, come on. I'm no threat to you.
Hey, pears.
Oh, pears. Oh, a nice choice, too. And we've got the Challenger's sauce as
Was
well.
that the
Well, yeah, all that shit in
I
French
believe it's a
cuisine
wine
used to be
sauce.
just
Is it
like
wine?
peasant
Is it blood?
food.
Both? Ota, you got
Squeeze
that?
on. Yes, it
That's
looks like blood, but it's not. It's a combination
4?
of granulated sugar and red wine, one produced before the nuclear accident. And there is also some veal broth blended into this. So there's no duck blood in this.
All right, I guess
Okay,
not.
so which one did use the blood?
That's a good question.
I'm quick. I saw him squeezing it.
Squeeze on. I can answer that. The blood was used in that wrapped
Is that
item
5
on
already?
the side.
Fuck, dude.
Remember, it had the heart and the fond de veau and the almagnac, etc. That's the one.
Okay.
All right, there we go. So inside this item, the pieces, that's where the blood and marrow
Yep,
fluid
pigs,
is.
feet,
Okay, and what does the Iron Chef
Collard
have?
green.
Something white?
Is
cornbread.
this
This is soup.
Oh, yes. Look at
Squeeze
that
on.
right there. Go.
Okay,
To
that's
the
a whole
pot in
other.
which he was boiling duck meat, he also added a mixture of grated turnips.
Grated turnips. Picking it up
Okay,
right
so
there.
this is looking like a Chinese egg soup, actually.
All right, 2-minute warning, clock running. Sakai putting chunks of duck meat into the soup now, and
Squeeze on.
it looks like it's just
That's
about done quickly.
1.
Go.
Can you see the item that looks a little like a hat on the Iron Chef side?
Yes.
Well, underneath that he has taro potatoes, garlic, and thyme all fried. He added duck meat on top and also...
White truffles.
Yes, white truffles and...
Making one right now.
And covered it like a hat. Back to you.
It doesn't look like a hat to me.
And he's adding to it now.
Balsamic vinegar here.
That should go well with the potatoes. Yeah.
All right, 1 minute left now, and the hats are going on. The Challenger's French-based world cuisine against Iron Chef French, and still scrambling in the last minute. If anybody has a genetic makeup that would predispose
Aurora,
them
it's
to
the
become a
co-host.
premier gourmet chef, it is this man, Hazama.
You know, this has been a very interesting
The
battle,
Viking
especially
Coprolite.
from a technique aspect.
Sure has.
I agree.
Continues to paint, brushing on the
Hannibal.
cocoa for an artistic presentation
Viking
of his dessert. Less
turd.
than 30 seconds now. Hazama's assistant still scurrying to the finish, chopping up some duck meat, I think, here at the last. The Iron Chef now back on his side. He
I might
ditched the
cook
hound a
those
long time ago. A
gizzards
strenuous workout, and he's
Doesn't make
still
me
not
hungry.
done. 15 seconds left now. And back, we'll check in on the challenger. It is truffles that they're trying to chop up at the end. Can they make it onto the plates? The Iron Chef, a strange job. It'll have to be his last for sauce or gravy as the final seconds are ticking down. Yes, they got the truffles on, and that's it. The cooking's done. The duck battle is over.
All right. If they say...
You seem to be working as though your grandfather were watching you. Is that how you feel?
Yes, well, I gave it my best.
My best,
I
that's
mixed
one.
classic as well as modern recipes. I did my best.
That's
Can you
two.
beat the Iron Chef?
Oh, well, I sure hope so, if possible.
Confident?
I am.
Your thoughts?
Well, the duck, the quality was quite good, actually. I didn't want to overdo things, so I tried not to do too much to it. I added my ideas to some classic French dishes, and I did okay.
Okay. Hazama
That's
says
three.
he wants to win, and he has a lot of confidence.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. We'll hear the verdict. I want to win, too.
Challenger Hazama is
Okay.
offering 4 dishes. First,
That's 3
duck
already,
with
just
water
from... So, they said 4 dishes? Sorry, I'm kind of like runny nose. But that's one of the rules, too, is that if... during the judgment, if the challenger has more dishes than the Iron Chef, it's 1 drink per additional dish. I think they just said the challenger has 4, but I could be wrong. If there are only 3 judges... I don't think there will be, because they showed 3 people on the panel, but then they also usually always include this fortune teller lady, who's kind of a bitch. But there's almost always 4 in the early seasons anyways. If a judge says a dish is outstanding or the best I've ever had, happens sometimes, they say it's a masterpiece way more often. But if a judge flat out says I don't like it, that is 3 drinks. Which does sometimes happen. It's usually a female that says it. So we'll see. We'll see. I feel like I watched this recently or something, but I don't remember.
Stewed duck. Italian here. The white meat and foie gras cooked in oil at
Shit
50
looks good
degrees
as fuck,
Celsius.
though.
He calls it the
Oh, we're already at 3
method,
drinks
which locks in
because of
meat's
the
natural
my best,
flavor.
and okay.
Second, duck stew, Chinese flavor. The soup, broth taken from duck feet, has homemade sausage using ground duck meat. The dish has a gentle aftertaste. Third, duck meat, 3 flavors. This a French-style approach. The meat near the hip bone is a rare item for tasters to enjoy. The innards in the wrapping are flavored with the sauce using the blood of the duck. And the sauce for the roast item contains côte rôtie red wine. Last is duck and sweet bean paste dessert. Here's a Japanese flavor. For the glutinous rice cake, he used a high-grade Japanese sugar while mixing duck meat into the sweet bean paste. Iron Chef Sakai counters with his 4.
So they're
First,
4 and 4.
sautéed
Okay.
innards with taro. 3 distinct textures can be enjoyed here: the creamy potatoes, the chewy heart, and the soft liver. Balsamic vinegar ties all the elements together. Second is duck and turnip soup with turnip leaves floating on top. The white meat, fried with the seasoning spice, adds more than just a splendid accent to the overall experience. Third is braised duck and cabbage. Roasted white meat soaked in fond de veau, stewed in a pot, sealed with dough around the lid to keep all the aroma inside. The garnish of roasted pears expands and heightens the flavor of the meat. Last is duck and mushroom sauté with lemon sorbet. Simple boiled vegetables match perfectly with the rather thick flavor of the duck in this dish. Orange juice adds a finishing touch to the succulent duck meat. Aside the sorbet, he's added fried duck gizzards and skin as garnishes. The Hazama family, gourmet cooking their claim to fame. Today's challenger, Mitsuo Hazama, puts the family's good name on the line in Kitchen Stadium. And the 3rd-generation Hazama chef chooses to showcase his skills in a battle against Iron Chef French Hiroyuki Sakai.
It'll be hard to beat Sakai.
Chef Kaga unveils a
It's always hard to beat
ingredient
Sakai.
in French cooking. Today's theme, a game bird, duck, imported from France. Precision cooking, artistic presentation. The
Same,
challenger
Jared, dude.
offers up a set of 4
Same as
dishes.
fuck.
The Iron Chef, his own touch to classic dishes, submits 4. And now the moment of truth, tasting and judgment. On the panel today,
I told you they got that fortune
lower
teller
house
bitch.
member Shinichiro Kurimoto,
Oh, this dude's great.
actress
That
Keiko
lower
Saito,
house member guy is always on.
actor Masumi Okada, and culinary critic Asako
Oh, that-
Kishi. First, the dishes of challenger Hazama.
She started out, they call her a fortune teller.
These are stickers, like stamps, designed by my grandfather. Today, I wanted to show this together with my dishes as a decoration to the menu. I tried to add the essence of different styles of cooking here.
I've been told that mallard meat has some unpleasant smell. Many say that. But I don't feel that in this dish. This is very good.
I want that
job. It still
job.
maintains the raw flavor. And the tartar sauce, I like the rare finish of the foie gras in this dish. It really is very delicious.
Hazama now serves his Chinese-style stew, which has the duck feet in it.
Chinese-style stew.
To eat the feet,
yes,
I can use my hands.
Yes.
More so than the taste, the feet, it adds to the conversation as you're dining. It's like, hey, duck feet.
The skin has so much gelatin to it, I feel like I'm eating something very nutritious. Maybe tomorrow my skin will be smoother.
Oh. This almost tastes like a vegetarian's herbal dish. It's unusual, yet I like it very much.
I used a red wine sauce to try to tie together the three items on the plate, dear.
You said this is from near the hip bone?
Yes, that's right.
It's very chewy, very nice.
Well done. I'm very happy.
Thank you, sir.
The meat near the hip bone, it's a bit fatty, but you can eat it in one bite. It's almost like enjoying the fatty part of tuna. I really enjoyed eating that with this.
A classic recipe, I almost want to call this, but that's not really the expression. It's more of a perfected recipe.
I wanted to push myself to make a dessert out of duck meat. You know, I've created about 1,600 original recipes, but I've never tried anything at all like this one.
The thing around it, so nice.
Duck meat and sweet bean paste? I was scared when I first heard it, but it's very good.
Thank you.
It's not in the way, really.
Normally, challengers tend to push with one approach. Even though they have 4 or 5 dishes, they tend to be similar in flavors somehow. But for the first time, I've seen an Iron Chef-like challenger. He's very creative, using many different techniques of various countries, you know? Now I know why he looked so controlled during the battle. He's for real. That's how I feel.
Okay, and now the dishes of Iron Chef Sakai.
Loads in fucking Romania or some
Some
shit.
great sauce.
He's asleep.
I combined potato confit and the duck liver in a balsamic vinegar-based flavoring.
So I'm your
The creamy
Timu brand
potatoes,
fucking
the heart and liver, they all match so perfectly. It's wonderful.
boring streamer.
The liver's soft texture and the creamy potatoes are very delicately combined, and the balsamic vinegar ties it together. It's really a great harmony.
Well, first I used the duck meat to get the broth to stew the turnips. Then I took out the meat and I fried it separately.
Even without the duck meat, the soup alone is amazing. If the theme was to combine turnips and duck, this would be an A+ or a triple plus.
Yeah. This is difficult. The soup is
Oh
great,
yeah, Roy,
yes,
that's what I'm
but I
talking
don't see
about.
it as the soup accentuating the duck. I guess what I'm saying is that the theme should have been the turnips.
I'm all about that.
Now
content.
Sakai, with pride, serves his main dish. It could all ride on this.
Oh, it smells good.
My intention was to fuse the sweetness of the vegetables with the duck.
This dish, well, you're at a fireplace, grilling the duck meat. I feel just like French aristocrats eating this. With this, I don't feel like analyzing it with words. I just want to be left
Ooh, Jerry, you mean the
undisturbed in
Jap
this world. Imagining
judge?
I'm in front
Chick?
of a fireplace. Really, that's my honest feeling about it.
He did such a great job in combining the duck and the vegetables. There were potatoes and turnips and Chinese cabbage.
Damn,
It was
same,
an
dude.
electrifying experience.
When we taste, the challenger always goes first.
So the backstory behind the fortune teller lady, the old lady who's kind of a bitch. Well, first of all, like she's racist, so that that's like that's a +1. If the challenger is like not Japanese, it's like automatic points off. But the backstory is that the chairman Kaga, was whatever, the actual creator of the show, the guy that plays Chairman Kaga is not the actual gourmet guy or whatever, but apparently, allegedly, whatever, the guy that actually came up with the show was like personal friends with this chick, the fortune teller chick, and would see her at these restaurants all the time, and they became friends. So when he had the idea for the show and they pitched the show, he was like, hey, do you want to be on my show? And that's why she's always on, is because she's like the friend of like one of the main producers or whatever the fuck. But I think she does a good job though. Like she's pretty solid, but she's racist. So if you ain't Japanese, you ain't shit, kind of thing, which is kind of funny.
First, this after eating duck after duck, and even with the handicap, this dish had such a strong impact. I mean, scoring wise, I don't know. They were very good. Both very good. Yeah.
Difficult, for sure, but you can't duck it. Who's it gonna be?
She is just kind of a mean old lady, though. Which, to be fair, is pretty much any old Japanese lady. Oh, I think they're going to show the scores, which is drinking. Whenever they line up like that. Yeah, no, completely, Rory. My entire fucking Twitter is like 75% Jap. I have to use that translate feature. They're all racist. It's hilarious.
Challenger Hazama, recipes refined and perfected over half a century, measuring up to his grandfather's
I don't know,
legacy.
Sakai's
Iron Chef
hard to
Sakai
beat,
having to
man.
call on all his creativity to make a stand against 3 generations of cooking excellence. Did he do it? Who takes it? Whose cuisine reigns supreme?
I'll drink if the challenger wins.
It's Sakai,
What's up?
the Iron Chef takes
Well, I gotta drink anyways, 'cause
this
the-
incredible battle. Sakai managing to turn back the weight of
Let's
3
see if they show the
generations
scores,
of the
but
Hazama
Iron Chef
family's
wins, so that's
cooking
1 drink.
greatness.
If they show the score, that's 2 more.
And the challenger himself applauding the Iron Chef. And look, Sakai's expression, he's in near tears after having won this tough battle.
There's the score, so that's 3 drinks right there.
20-19 Iron Chef.
Sakai
Sato,
is a
1918
monster.
Iron
He
Chef.
is unstoppable.
Okada, 1918 Iron Chef. Kishi, 1918, she goes for Hazama, but it's 3-1 in favor of Sakai. The Iron Chef wins. The competition doesn't get much tougher, but showing the will and way to win, Iron Chef French Hiroyuki Sakai.
The challenger's dishes were unlike the dishes you normally expect from challengers. He was very controlled when he was cooking. His dishes were all equivalent to the Iron Chef's. Well, if I can be selfish, I want him to challenge once more.
Sakai's dishes were good, but that's what you'd expect from an Iron Chef. I like the challenger's fresh approach.
Makes sense. Well, that... Probably. Well, that gentleman and gentlemen pretending to be ladies is Iron Chef. Some damn shit going on down at Applebee's. Angie's at work. And I guess, I don't know, some drama. They sent 2 people home for something. So I might go down there or whatever. Just to see what happened. Because I love that juicy Applebee's drama. Just because I know them all. But that is Iron Chef. Me too. I kind of love drama, but I don't like to be in it. I just like to sit back and watch. So yeah. Sorry I wasn't very engaging tonight, or very likable. But you got the turd on the screen, so there's that. It's kind of self-evident. Allah willing, so the Super Bowl is on Sunday. The only bets I have on the game, well, thank you, Jerry, I appreciate it. And two, like I say, every single time, like I say, like if you guys, I know there's only like a couple people watching or whatever that can hear me or whatever, but if you have the impetus or the gumption to stream, like just fucking stream and play your fucking trumpet and harmonica drunk as shit in your living room at midnight or whatever. Fucking that beer's getting to me. But yeah, all willing after the Super Bowl. We ain't got shit else to do. I got a few days off. because we got some weird shit going on with my work. Because after New Year's they changed the test harness and it's a whole blah 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 whatever, and the Indians can't keep up. So whatever, such is life. So I'm gonna have a pretty light week this week. So I might get like just a cheapy little fucking VoIP.ms number or whatever. I don't know. Still gonna put it out there. If you know a good SIP trunk provider, that if you could picture Twilio or Twilio, however you say it, from 2016. That would be great, okay? Because I would much prefer that. Something I can plug my asterisk into, or free PPX, whatever you want, instead of just a straight-up VoIP pipeline. But, yeah, then maybe I could take some calls or something. Yeah, but otherwise it's just a one-way conversation besides the chat. But yeah, the Super Bowl's this weekend. Valentine's Day is next weekend. If you got a sweetheart in your life, you better fucking have some plans in the works. Even something as simple as fucking flowers, believe me. Alright? Like, I make fast friends with a lot of people, and, you know, women, you know, whatever, and I hear this shit all the time. It's like, even just flowers makes them think that you're thinking about them. And that's good enough. Now, of course, you know, it'd be great if you went out on a limb and you did something creative. You made something for them or did something special. But even just some flowers, just don't let that day disappear into the sunset without you having done a damn thing for your woman or your man or whatever you're into on whatever. Yeah, Super Bowl on Sunday. My only bets that I placed are not related to the sport at all whatsoever. I use Kalshi or whatever, Kalshi, however you say it. My bets are about which companies are not going to advertise. Uh-oh. I don't know if this is correct. Let's see. Okay, it is. So, because this is kind of funny to me. So the bet is like which brands will advertise during the Super Bowl. And somebody's stealing my Bluetooth up in here. Okay, never mind. Yeah. So one of the options. So I bet that no, these brands are not gonna be mentioned because the payout was like, 96 times payout for some reason. And I was just like, fuck, if I bet $1 on it, that's like $100 payout or whatever. So I bet that Liquid Death, the water, is not going to be mentioned because I've been watching this foosball pretty regularly this season, which is unusual because I don't like football that much. And I haven't seen a single Liquid Death commercial. And plus, it's the Super Bowl. It's not going to be just regular-ass football commercials, right? So if you see them during the regular season, you're not going to see them in the Super Bowl, right? That's kind of my philosophy. Liquid Death, why would that be a commercial? Amazon Prime? I don't think I've ever seen an Amazon Prime commercial on any football shit ever. Hims and Hers, that's that, like, penis pill thing or whatever. I have seen that during regular season, but Super Bowl's expensive. That's kind of up in the air, but it's $1 bet. Who fucking cares? Then, of course, Gemini or OpenAI. And I put no for all of those brands, because I don't, like, what are the, why? The way I feel is either one of them, or either they're both not going to advertise, or they both are. Because, I don't know, just like advertising for a specific AR provider doesn't make any goddamn sense to me, let alone during a Super Bowl. It just seems kind of stupid. So yeah, that's about it. So maybe this next week, and we're gonna shoot over to a couple of chatter friends IRL to their place, I think, depending on how the logistics work out for Super Bowl, and yeah, and then light work week for me, so I might finally get around to. I gotta migrate some of my blah 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 whatever. I'm going on and on. The show is fucking over, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. If Lode's not going to do it next week and nobody else steps forward to do it, I guess I'll do another Iron Chef, because I got to also make another Mirepoix by next week because I'm about done with the one I made a couple weeks ago or whatever. So I'll be doing some cooking too on stream. But that's it. Cleety clack, low carb snack, Audi 5K. Love you all. Thanks for tuning in. Peace up. A-Town down.